Today I want to talk about new crew, because it's been just me and Yogi sailing and it gets pretty tiring at night, so we've been thinking about new crew. And you can get new crew in a couple of different ways. You can get paid crew and they will cook for you, they'll maintain the boat, they're qualified captains. Or you can get backpacker crew who are basically travellers travelling around the world, who will hitch a ride on your boat and help you sail across oceans. That can be a little bit of a mixed bag, whether that's a good experience or not. Or you can do what we're doing to get crew, and I'll tell you a bit about that soon. Hi, I'm Peter.
And I'm Yogi.
And we're from New Zealand. And we have just purchased a Leopard 48 sailing catamaran to sail around the world.
And we have moved on board and it's our house now.
About to leave, already packing, come with me. I'm not really asking, we'll get away to a place where we don't know.
Lockdown opens tomorrow, so we're back in New Zealand. So this is what they call a mighty Tron, the heart of the mighty Waikato, in the middle of Hamilton. So I wanted to do a real-time update. So you guys would probably know us as around Tonga or arriving in Tonga in video land. But of course we managed to sail all the way to New Zealand. Woohoo, it was a daunting passage, but that went well, but that's coming up in an episode soon. But I wanted to talk to you about the lockdown. So we got caught up in New Zealand for the lockdown, which is probably good because New Zealand's our home country. And do you want to know about us or Coco first? Oh, you love Coco. Yes, that's why you're watching, because of Coco, the Leopard catamaran. Well, Coco's stuck in Whangarei, which is where we arrived in New Zealand, and we went down to Mount Maunganui, which is our house there, and we're lucky the house wasn't rented out yet. So the plan for Coco is, so it's in Whangarei, a house which needs to be rented is in Mount Maunganui, and at the moment I'm in Hamilton to do with the new crew, which you're going to meet soon. And so the plan for Coco is that we'll depart New Zealand in October, because that's when customs says we have to depart. We've only got a 12-month import authority at the moment, but we'd really want to extend that to May 2021 because of all this COVID drama. But don't worry, there's going to be lots of good travel vlogs, because Coco's got to come down the coast from Whangarei to Tauranga, where we live, and we're going to spend the winter in Tauranga in the house, and then rent the house and then go back on to Coco. But I'll film, it's a beautiful trip down the coast to Great Barrier Island, Waiheke Island, Mercury Island, and down the coast of New Zealand. So I'll definitely vlog that a lot and make some episodes out of that, and that should keep the channel going and keep you interested. Also, we just reached 1,000 subscribers, so thank you very much for watching. Just down beside the Waikato River, and you can actually see that the river's quite low. So our farmers here are dealing with a drought which affects their production and their incomes hugely, as well as the COVID-19 crisis. So yeah, this is the mighty river that runs all the way through to central North Island. Come on, look at you, you're a cutie, eh? Hello. Little bit lost, I'm not quite sure where to go, but I'll keep on walking, but I want to get there before the KFC gets cold. ready to meet the crew. Baby, baby, baby. Say hi to YouTube, baby. Man, that's huge. Oh, and there's Yogi too. How are you doing?
I'm good. I'm good.
So what are you doing? Are you in hospital?
Yes, so last week I started bleeding a little bit, and because we're only 30 weeks pregnant, we have to get to the hospital to make sure that the labor hasn't started. So they found out that my cervix is gone, so the baby can come out any time. And the hospital close to our home doesn't do babies below 32 weeks, so we were transferred to another hospital, which is like an hour and a half away from home. So I've been in hospital since last Saturday, and today is Saturday, so it's been 7 days of just staying here. So my cervix is gone, there's no cervix, and there's a 1 centimeter dilation, which means that the baby can fall out any minute.
So what's it like going to the toilet?
I just have to hold my tummy and just yeah.
What was if would the baby fall in the toilet?
Yeah, it's a bit of a thought. I don't think it will be that easy. I mean, I'm pretty sure there will be a bit of some pain.
And what's happening tomorrow?
Oh yeah, so tomorrow, because tomorrow is 32 weeks, which means I can be transferred back to Tauranga Hospital, which is where we're from. So
Yeah, it's closer to home.
Closer to home, and I think it'll be quite good, and good for Peter too, because then he can go and spend some time with the dogs and come back with some homemade food as well.
Oh, I've got to bring food. Ah, I see.
Of course. And we don't know when we'll get discharged, so the doctors could discharge me in a couple of days, or they could just keep me here for the rest of the pregnancy for the next, 7 weeks or something.
And where was this baby made?
In Tonga. The baby was made in Tonga. We crossed oceans. I was sick on the passage, but it could have been just sickness, or I don't know more.
So baby was made in Tonga and then went on a passage to New Zealand.
Yes.
So I'm not feeling too stressed because the baby's survival rate post 28 weeks is really good. So we're at 32 weeks of tomorrow, so it's we're a bit relaxed like that. But the authorities are here, so we need to go and do official hospital type stuff. So. What do you think of our new crew? Have you got lots of questions like what does it mean for our cruising, and did we plan for this? So shall we have a chat about that stuff now while we walk around this lake? So firstly, we did plan for this, and we still want to be world cruisers, and when we look at the world map, we just want to go everywhere. And the boat is a perfect way, especially Coco. It's like a little house, and that's why we brought a larger catamaran on the larger side of it. So sort of like the next size up from that is super yachts, really, because we needed it to be large enough to be a home and work from it and grow a family. And how will it affect our cruising? Well, it might make us a bit slower. But I'm still going to film lots of adventures. I really like filming passages or adventures out in the dinghy, or day trips or walks or something like that. So it's going to be an adventurous channel, and plus interacting with locals, workshops, sailing suppliers. So I think I can really make it interesting. But yeah, we'll slow us down a little bit because of course it does. It's going to be a baby to look after, and then later on we're homeschooling. I'm actually quite excited about homeschooling. It's something I'm I want to do, and one of my visions of sort of, going. Apparently the cruisers only have to do 2 to 3 hours worth of homeschooling a day, and you achieve what a teacher does in the whole day. So you have a schedule of like sort of doing 9 to 11:30, and then maybe a little bit after lunch, and then it'll be boat maintenance and maybe going for a snorkel or going for an adventure from there, or editing. So that, do kids get lonely on a boat? Well, when we brought Coco and Tahiti Marina, the place was infested with kids. They were just everywhere, and what the kid boats do is they'll follow each other around the world and go to different locations, and all the kids meet up and go on the beach in the afternoon after their schoolwork. So yes, I think we've got to be a little bit careful to socialise, but sailing the world is not endless blue water than what you think. As Delos does, and he sails the shit out of the world, goes to all sorts of locations. He's still calculated he's 92% at anchor, so you do that with the other kid boats. So what other questions have you got? I'll have a think, I'll be back in a sec. There's this massive paddock here. There's a water tank up there. I've really learnt that owning a cruising boat and world cruising, it's not as romantic as the sailing channels would have you think. It's more like buying a lifestyle block. It's more like a type of lifestyle. It's a hard work lifestyle. Lots of boat maintenance, lots of planning to move it to different locations, lots of expenses and lots of learning. So it's definitely not gin and tonics or rum and coke on the beach as much as you might think. But we like it because it's the lifestyle that's right for us, and it's something we've wanted to do for a long time. But if you just want a holiday, maybe go on a charter boat or for a couple of weeks and then go back to the comfort of your couch. So I was thinking, the people out there on YouTube, they probably want to know if it's a boy or a girl, and what's baby's name?
It's
And
it's a
that's good. They will like that, I'm sure. And thanks for watching, and see you in the next episode.
yeah.